Did you know more travelers are being denied boarding than ever before? Imagine, you're packed, ready for your trip, and suddenly, sorry, no room for you. It's happening more and more, and it's a disaster that could strike any of us. Today, we're diving into why this is such a huge problem, and what you can do to avoid it. We'll break down the real reasons you might hear those dreaded words at the gate. Let's get into it. Let's talk about overbooking, a common practice in the airline industry that many passengers are unaware of. It's a system designed to maximize profits, but it can often lead to frustration and inconvenience for travelers. Understanding how overbooking works is crucial for navigating the complexities of modern air travel. Why do airlines sell more tickets than seats? It seems counterintuitive, right? Simple. They want every flight full. Airlines operate on very tight margins, and empty seats represent lost revenue. Airlines use sophisticated data analytics to predict no-shows, analyzing historical flight data, passenger behavior, and various external factors. Based on these predictions, they oversell, issuing more tickets than available seats, hoping to fill every seat and maximize their revenue on each and every flight. But now, with more people actually showing up for their flights, a trend we've seen increasing in recent years, their old math doesn't work. The algorithms and models they've relied on are no longer as accurate. So suddenly, there are more passengers than seats, leading to those dreaded announcements about overbooked flights. It's a numbers game, a constant balancing act between supply and demand. And lately, the numbers aren't in our favor, increasing the likelihood of being bumped from your flight. With packed schedules, especially during peak travel seasons, and fewer empty seats available on alternative flights, one overbooked flight, even a minor one, can cause a domino effect of chaos, rippling through the entire airline network. The result? More people getting bumped from their flights, often at the last minute, and fewer options to rebook onto alternative flights that fit your schedule. Airlines are stuck between old habits, relying on outdated systems and practices, and new realities, the evolving demands of modern travel, and increased passenger expectations. And we're the ones caught in the middle, bearing the brunt of these operational challenges. Overbooking is now riskier than ever for travelers, making it essential to understand your rights and options. It's a perfect storm for denied boarding, leaving many passengers stranded and frustrated. Overbooking isn't the only problem that passengers are facing these days. Airlines sometimes sell more tickets than available seats, hoping that not everyone will show up. But when everyone does, someone gets bumped. But beyond overbooking, staff shortages are making things even worse, creating a perfect storm of travel disruptions. The aviation industry, like many others, is grappling with a significant lack of personnel. After the pandemic, when travel demand plummeted, airlines were forced to make difficult decisions, including laying off or furloughing a large number of employees. As a result, many experienced workers left the industry altogether, seeking more stable employment opportunities in other sectors. They found new careers and didn't return. Now, with travel surging back, airlines are struggling to replace them quickly enough. The hiring and training process for aviation roles can be lengthy and complex. Fewer gate agents mean longer lines and slower service for passengers trying to check in or get assistance with their flights. And fewer flight crews, including pilots and flight attendants, mean more delays and disruptions to flight schedules. Flights can be pushed back, sometimes for hours, as airlines scramble to find available crew members. This can also lead to more denied boardings, as airlines may have to remove passengers from overbooked flights due to staffing limitations. If a crew times out, meaning they've reached the maximum number of hours they can legally work, or there simply aren't enough staff available to cover all the scheduled flights, flights can be canceled altogether, leaving passengers stranded and frustrated, or downsized, meaning the airline might switch to a smaller aircraft with fewer seats. This can happen even if you have a confirmed ticket, as airlines prioritize passengers based on various factors. Sometimes, you're bumped simply because the airline needs to reduce the number of passengers on board. This could be because there aren't enough people to operate the flight safely and efficiently. It's frustrating, especially when you've planned your trip and are eager to reach your destination. But it's the reality of air travel in the current climate. Fewer staff means more chaos for travelers, leading to a less enjoyable and more stressful travel experience. The ripple effect. It extends far beyond just a few inconveniences. Longer lines at check-in counters and security checkpoints, slower boarding processes as gate agents struggle to manage the flow of passengers, and a higher chance of being left behind, missing your flight due to delays or long queues. Staff shortages are a huge part of the reason for many of today's travel headaches, and it's something that airlines are actively working to address. Ever show up and realize your big plane has been swapped for a smaller one? Aircraft downgrades happen all the time. Mechanical issues, scheduling, you name it. Suddenly, there are fewer seats than tickets sold, and some passengers get bumped, even with confirmed reservations. It's like musical chairs, but with your vacation on the line. Gate agents have to break the bad news, and it's not their fault. You did everything right, but a last-minute plane swap leaves you stranded. It's a harsh reminder. In air travel, things can change in an instant. Sometimes your seat just disappears. Airlines are consolidating flights, fewer departures, fuller planes. Where there used to be 5 flights a day, now there might be 3, making every seat more valuable. Miss your flight or get bumped. The next one is probably packed too. With fewer flights, getting rebooked is harder than ever. Overbooking or a plane swap now means longer waits, maybe even overnight. Airlines are maximizing efficiency, but it leaves travelers with fewer options. The system is more brittle, and the consequences for being bumped are worse. Flight consolidation makes denied boarding even more painful. Weather, strikes, and air traffic issues can throw everything into chaos. A canceled or delayed flight means everyone scrambles for the next available seat, which is probably already full. Suddenly, flights are oversold and denied boardings spike. If you miss a connection, you're competing with everyone else for limited seats. The system can't absorb all the displaced passengers, especially with fewer flights. One disruption triggers a domino effect, making every subsequent flight a pressure cooker. Even confirmed passengers can get bumped as airlines prioritize those from earlier cancellations. Travel disruptions make denied boarding much more likely. Ever wondered about the intricate dance that happens behind the scenes when flights are overbooked? How do airlines decide who gets bumped from a flight? It might seem like a random selection, a stroke of bad luck, but there's actually a calculated system in place. It's not random at all. It's largely about money. Passengers who have invested more in their tickets are often given priority. And of course, loyalty plays a significant role. Airlines value their frequent flyers. Frequent flyers, those who consistently choose a particular airline, and high-paying customers who splurge on premium cabins, are generally protected from the inconvenience of being bumped. Their business is highly valued. On the other hand, bargain hunters, those seeking the absolute lowest fares, and first-timers, who may not yet have established loyalty, are statistically more vulnerable to being bumped from an overbooked flight. Airlines look closely at fare class, the specific type of ticket you purchased, check-in time when you officially registered for the flight, and loyalty status within their frequent flyer program to make their final decisions about who might need to be rebooked. So, if you snagged a cheap ticket, a real steal of a deal, or have no status within the airline's loyalty program, you're likely to be lower on the priority list should the flight be overbooked. It can feel incredibly unfair, especially when travel plans are disrupted, but airlines ultimately want to keep their best, most valuable customers happy and coming back for more. Sometimes, that great deal you found, that unbelievably low fare, comes with a slightly higher risk of potentially being bumped if the flight is overbooked. Understanding this pecking order, this unspoken hierarchy, helps you see the invisible rules at play and manage your expectations when flying. Ultimately, loyalty and revenue matter most when seats are scarce and airlines have to make tough choices. Airlines use AI to predict no-shows and optimize bookings, but even smart tech can get it wrong. If the algorithm overestimates no-shows, too many tickets get sold, and more people get bumped. A glitch or unexpected event can throw off the predictions, leaving you stranded. These systems are designed for efficiency, but sometimes they gamble too much. When AI miscalculates, it's passengers who pay the price. Technology helps, but it's not foolproof. Sometimes, a computer's bad guess means you're not flying. Denied boarding is more common and more stressful than ever. Have you been bumped? Share your story in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more travel tips. Stay safe, travel smart, and may your next boarding pass be your golden ticket.